how big it is. So make sure that all the things you stand for, that we incorporate it into governance. All the people you stand for, the helpless, the hopeless people, are allowed to enjoy the benefit of what you've always advanced for across, not only here in Lagos, but across Nigeria and by extension across the world. And we also hope that you will help us spread the message to all our people that what you have been asking for, there is a friend of yours, there is someone in flesh and blood who believes totally in everything you believe in, who is here to run for the presidency of Nigeria. I want to thank you for one more thing. That at this time, we are not looking at us from who we worship or how we worship. You have embraced us openly without asking us anything else but the purity of our intentions. And we believe that all of us will reach our own promised land next year, inshallah. So thank you so much. Thank you for receiving us. Thank you for welcoming us. And thank you for doing what you do for Nigeria. And you will understand that if we are here seated with you, standing in front of you today, the whole of Nigeria appreciates what you do. And I want to encourage you to keep doing what you do. Not only Prof, but every Mauritian in the house. Don't let your voice drop. Continue to fight for social justice, regardless of who is affected, whether they are Muslim, Christians, whether they are Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo. Keep doing what you're doing and keep doing what is right at all times. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Mr. President, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I'd like to say that we are indeed humbled by the kind words you've spoken to us. It's quite unusual that men of timber, caliber, and caterpillar will come and recognize us. And that is the difference between your generation and generations past. We know those who took the mantle of leadership in this country at the age of 35. Those who are ministers at the age of 29. And we also wonder why and when will it be the time of the youth? In France, and I think there's some other...
Canada too.
In France and Canada. Young men who are under 40. How old is Macron? And these are advanced countries. That is why we are encouraged with your candidacy. We are encouraged by your by the fact that you have come to volunteer yourself. This is sacrifice. In the past, what our politicians knew was how to deceive the people, how to exploit the people, how to siphon more than 90% of the resources of the nation into their pockets alone. In Nigeria today, only just 1%, those referred to by Professor Seneca as the tiny cabal, only 1% of the population is controlling 85% of the resources, leaving only 15% to the remaining population of 99%. That is why all of us now, all the poor people, the poor teachers like me, we keep struggling among ourselves, thinking we are enemies of one another. Whereas religion is not our problem.
No.
And our ethnicity is not our problem. But politicians throw this into our midst as bait and cause us to keep fighting among ourselves. Because they know that the moment we get together, we are united and we understand who our enemies truly are, they will be finished.
Yes, that's true.
Mr. President, sir, I'd like to say that MURIC, Muslim Rights Concern, we believe that a good Muslim or a good Christian can make all the difference in leadership. We do not believe somebody has to be a Muslim to lead this country. It is not his religion we want. The fact that we are Muslims does not mean that we just want Muslims there. No. It must be, we want true democracy.
That's right.
We want the rule of law. We want good governance.
That's right.
We want the redistribution of the wealth of the nation. Things must go round. And I like to lay emphasis on this, and I do hope that you will remember when you become the leader of this country. On Tuesday there will be a holiday because it is 1st January.
That's right.
It has always been so. 1st January has always been recognized. Sir, this is one of the grievances of the Muslims in this country. It's just that the approach of those who have been fighting for it has been totally wrong. They've been misguided. Some have adopted violence. Actually, in MURIC, our motto is dialogue, no violence. We believe that every rational person should condemn terrorism.
That's right.
Because when you plant bombs somewhere, you do not know if little children will be there, if pregnant women will be there. And violence is a square peg. Violence is a square peg. Justice is a round hole. Violence cannot lead to justice. It can only compound the problem. These are our beliefs. 1st January is declared holiday. The Muslims also have their 1st January. And we had our 1st January before the colonial masters came and enslaved us. And if the colonial master had been fair, since the issue is Islam had been in this country before Christianity by 800 years. Because Islam came in 1085, in the 11th century, 1085. And Christianity came in 1842, first preached under the Acacia tree in Badagry. And in fact, the Muslims have been practicing Sharia all along. But when the colonial master came, the jaundiced sense of justice of the colonial master was to just stamp out and eliminate all signs, all symbols of Islam. If they had really united us, no matter what religion they wanted to introduce, if they didn't take what belongs to us and they left us as free men, it will not be as bad as it is now. But ever since the colonial master left in 1960 and we became a republic in 1963, there should have been some review of the situation in this country. These were issues that should have been addressed in some national conferences that have been held. That's right. But the leaders, those who are in power, each time we had a national conference, and one people come forward and and speak up, they were not ready to treat such issues. They never allowed the Muslims to tender their grievances. So I think under people like you, sir, in a government led by you, we are expecting and we we are demanding, sir, that these grievances be looked into. You cannot just, no president can just give us, on a platter of gold.
Yeah.
But since we've been asking, and we've been writing petitions, and we've been making them, we've been making presentations, we want to, at the very first opportunity, to initiate dialogue towards that direction.
Yeah. Please
ask the Christians, what do they want? I don't want to fight my Christian neighbor.
Yeah.
In the South here in particular, particularly in the Southwest, it will be self-destructive to start, for Muslims to start fighting Christians and Christians to start fighting Muslims. We should realize that. But then, that does not mean fairness and justice should be overruled, should be ignored. So, as we say that, as a request from you, sir, that we will want first Muharram to be declared as a work-free day.
What is that in the year?
Good. Like this year, it was in, I think it fell in October.
Yeah.
So sometime around October,
yes.
October this year. So, and another October is coming. Other Octobers are still coming, and you are going to witness many, many more by Allah's grace. So, we will want issues like this to be addressed. Each time you have the opportunity to get into power, we also have an issue that MURIC has been fighting for about 3 years now, 3 or 4 years now. There are some 54 soldiers who are in prison now, somewhere in the country. Federal is their lawyer.
Yeah.
These 54 soldiers are not criminals. They refused to fight Boko Haram in Maiduguri because they were supplied with poor weaponry.
Yeah.
And Boko Haram had sophisticated weapons.
Yeah.
And our army generals had greedily and corruptly diverted money intended for the purchase of arms. These men were rounded up, they were tried, they were commercial, summarily, and sentenced to death. Through pressure, we kept writing. We don't know a single one of them. I've never seen one of them, I don't know their names. But I believe wherever there is injustice, there can be no peace.
Yeah.
Justice is the soul of peace. We don't know if there are Muslims among them, we don't know if there are Christians among them. But I do know they are Nigerians. And we in MURIC, we believe in just humanity.
Yeah.
It is not the religion of any person that matters, but the fact that we are all children of Adam. Therefore, Mr. President, sir, we beseech you to remember these 54 soldiers who are languishing in jail.
Yes.
We have petitioned the president, we have petitioned the vice president, we have not gotten any response, any positive response yet, and we have issued more than 8 different statements over the years on these soldiers, because we believe these were men who fought for Nigeria. They were the battlefront. They have seen the war in its worst aspect. And for an offense they did not commit, they are now all in jail. I think one of the problems of Nigeria is that our justice system is jaundiced.
Yes.
It is too slow, and I think in Nigeria today, justice is still for sale.
Yes.
For the highest bidder.
And for the rich.
Thank you. Mr. President, I assure you once again on behalf of all our members in the Muslim rights concern that we will be behind you, we will be there for you each time you need us to come forward. And even before, wherever we see injustice being perpetrated, whether on you or any other candidate or any other Nigerian, like we used to do, we will come with our humble intervention.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for coming, sir.
Thank you so
much.
much. Thank you. So let me quickly address Prof, on your request. It was as if you were listening to us yesterday, where we do a nightly broadcast, and I was having an interview on Facebook. And I said very clearly, because I was interviewed by a reverend, and he said, how can you guarantee us to go and build our church in Kaduna without molestation? I said, I will, because the government will protect everybody regardless of who they worship and what they worship. I said, but don't forget that there are Muslims who also want to build mosque in a larger cell as well. Their rights must be guaranteed. Yes. And there might be somebody who wants to build a shrine in some bizarre forest. Their rights must be guaranteed as well. It was as if we were there. And I'll tell you that your New Year work-free day will be guaranteed without question. We don't need to waste too much time. It's going to be an executive order.
Greatest Mauritians!
The
Greatest Mauritians!
The second request regarding the 54 soldiers, that one you don't need to even worry about, because I was the one who started reporting on their case.
Okay.
Yes, Sahara reporters, and carried your press releases about them. In fact, when they were brought to Lagos and they were kept underground at the point, we were reporting on it. That forced them to remove them from underground and start feeding them. We know about these soldiers, we know their plights. We know also that our army generals, and this will help us address the bigger question of even the Boko Haram war, that it used to be a crisis, but now it has become a business. That's why Boko Haram is not going anywhere anytime soon. Yes. When they started, and you should listen to me, when this whole Boko Haram started, Muslims were put in a corner as if they are the ones who brought Boko Haram to Nigeria. Of course, there are also mistakes on the part of some of our Muslims, but they were feeling defensive about it. You know? And I said to a lot of them at that time, I said, don't defend what is not in your religion, even if someone is accusing you of it. So, because they said, you know, Boko Haram is a Muslim agenda to finish Christians. But now, when you look at the balance of casualties, more Muslims have been killed by Boko Haram than Christians. Because it wasn't a Boko Haram issue, it was a function of terrorists who are using scriptures. This time, unfortunately, the Islamic scriptures to perpetrate evil against defenseless citizens. And you did a fantastic job of condemning Boko Haram and their, their style of operating. And you said this is not Islam. I recall getting those regular updates from you and publishing it on the Sahara Report. So those soldiers will be freed and paid their salaries from the day they were arrested. There's no question about it. What we need to do is to equip soldiers so that they have the courage and the confidence to fight the enemies of the states. When you don't provide them with the weapons and the support and the motivation and the incentives to fight, it is you, the commander-in-chief, that should go to jail for not doing your job. Not the soldiers who had to run when they couldn't withstand the superiority of fire. From the raptor, can you believe that the Nigeria that ended the war in Liberia and Syria cannot finish Boko Haram? So there is something there that will be resolved as soon as we change the inept leadership at every level. But with due respect, our commander-in-chief has to be changed. Because he's not commanding anything. It's not the commander-in-chief of anything. I'm not sure that our president knows what he's doing. And for those of us who covered the election in 2015, the expectation was high. Nobody was asking whether it was, in fact, it was Christians that were saying that nobody should accuse Buhari of, should not let him become president because of his Islamic background. Everybody supported him, but today, Christians and Muslims have been left in the dust by either policies, inactivity, inefficiency, inadequacies of the government. And that's why we are boldly coming out that they should do themselves a favor, leave the country alone for a new generation of leaders to take over the leadership of the country. Yes. It cannot be worse than this. It has to be better than we are now.
Yes.
When we came to Badagry, and I'm not digressing last time, we were asking that the people of Badagry are very nice. They could have just seceded from Nigeria. I'm telling you. I can look at the moment we made that statement, they brushed and awarded the contract for the road. But I tell you, they won't do the roads. It's an election gimmick. Badagry should not have only one road going from Lasso to Badagry. There should be a coastal highway beside the Atlantic Ocean that links from Badagry to Apapa. So that if you don't want to have anything to do with Mile 2 and Lagos, you just go straight from Apapa, then go from there to Ojota, and you link a fourth mainland bridge. That is how to solve the problem. Because this is a gateway to the West African region. If people cannot go from here to West Africa, forget about foreign investments. This is how we get foreign investment now. Construct the road. Put modern equipment and gadgets to be controlling who is entering and leaving the country. You'll be making money. The border alone can bring in nothing less than 5 trillion naira. Under our government, we'll be generating 5 trillion naira from this place. That is more than half of the national budget. So that we have money to pay for the education of our children. We have money to pave our roads. We have money to take care of our elders. We have money to give scholarship to our children. That is what we want to do in this country. Sometimes when I speak about this, some people say, maybe, you should tone down, you are angry. No, anybody that is not angry with the condition of Nigeria, there's something wrong with the person. That's the truth. You have to be angry because this is not a country. The way they are running this place is not a country. Not only did we go to Badagry, we went to Ajegunle the other day. It took us 3 hours to get out of Ajegunle. And ladies and gentlemen, any country that refuses to take care of kids and young people, they are opening a prison for them. That is why they are refusing to make investment in education. That's why they are refusing to make investment in all the things that would have made our lives very easy. Everything that is wrong with Nigeria is deliberately done by the leaders. And I will ask for a request too from MURIC. We want to debate the other candidates. I was excluded from the debates because you know that as Fela says, we open their nyash on national TV. We want MURIC to also join the call for our inclusion in the debates, because even by their own admission, we are the most popular new party in Nigeria. They did a poll online, we came third behind APC and PDP. They still remove our name. They went and put some youth there who are not even campaigning as we speak now. Some of these young people who they claim and who they put on the debate, they don't know where IBA is. Chocolates of Daura. I have been to 32 states in 9 months in Nigeria. If you add visitation to all these corners in Lagos, probably I have been to over 150 places in 9 months. Even President Buhari has not been to up to 50 states since he's been the president of Nigeria. And I don't have a private jet. I don't have a presidential jet. I drove by roads to most of these places. In some places, I'm stuck in traffic for 6 to 12 hours. And I've seen the people of Nigeria, and contrary to what they are telling us, that maybe Nigerians are used to suffering. Nobody can be used to suffering. It's not possible. Suffering is not part of how we are made. People are looking for a way out of suffering. Even the North, that they want to make you believe that, oh, Northerners like the way things are because they are the ones in power. They know that they are not in power. It's the elites, the 1% people that are the elite. Nigeria is divided into 2. There is liability and there are assets. 1% of Nigerians are controlling all of Nigerians' assets. 99% are controlling the liabilities. So when it is time to suffer, it goes to the 99%. When it's time to enjoy, it goes to 1%. When it's time to buy jet, it goes to 1%. When it's time to be sick, it goes to 99%. When there is time for prosperity, it goes to 1%. When it's time for poverty, it goes to 99%. When it is time for ignorance, it goes to 99%. When it's time for high quality education, it goes to 1%. When it is time for great health in hospitals abroad, it goes to 1%. When it is time for sickness, it goes to 99%. Epidemic. When it's time to live in mansions, it goes to 1%. When it's time to be homeless, it goes to 99%.
Better education.
Yes. When it's time for allowances, big allowances, it goes to 1%. When it's time for non-payment of salaries, 99%. When it is time for big food on the table, it goes to 1%. When it's time for hunger, it is allocated to 99%. It is time for the 99% to rise up and claim their rightful place. That is where I will end my submission.
Greatest Mauritians.
Allah is the greatest.
Greatest Mauritians. As we thank you for coming, we're going to add prayers to what is because silver or gold we have none. But as a faith-based organization, dua, that is prayer, is our strength. And I'm going to seek for the support of our Imam in 1 minute to pray for Mr. Sowore. Not only him, but all those who are in his team, journalists, comrades who are with him, they believe in him, that is why they are here. The same thing that members of MURIC have been doing for me is what they are doing for him. For Allah's protection for them, or for Allah's blessings and his guidance. Please. Thank you very much.
صلوا على النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وسلم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. May Almighty Allah bless Nigeria. Amen. May Almighty Allah bless MURIC. Amen. May Almighty Allah bless Sowore and Co. May He give him long life, more prosperity. All your requests may be granted by Almighty Allah. Allahumma anta mitana bidu'aika wa wa'adtana bi ijabatika wa qad da'awnaka kama amartana fa ajibna kama wa'adtana ya sal jalali wal ikram innaka la tukhlifu mihada wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. I forgot before I prayed, I want to respond to that word request, which is cardinal. MURIC, like I said, will be behind you. We will, you see, we had this story of you not being allowed to participate in the debate. It pained me. And I wasn't sure how the debate was being organized until I read that while the debate was being held, you were outside.
No, they haven't even heard the one that I'm supposed to be involved in.
Okay.
It's coming on January 19th. And we actually took them to court.
Very good.
But we need more voices to come on our side. What we need is a chance on national TV to explain the difference between ourselves and the people who put Nigeria in the condition it is today. And that is what they are trying to escape from. They have done a vice presidential debate, and because of our absence, it's almost looked as if the young candidates are not prepared to confront the old ones. But the presidential debate is what we are waiting for on January 19th, and we have asked them that they should include us in there so that we come and espouse our own ideas as well. Let Nigerians then judge after that. So there is still time to have you on board and put in pressure.
We're going to call for level
playing field. Yes, yes. So that's their first rigging.
That's right.
Yes.
So we're going to do that, and we're going to do follow-ups from all angles. By the grace of God, within everything we can do within our power. We welcome you and we thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Please,
greatest Mauritians.
Allah is the greatest.
Greatest Mauritians.
Dialogue of violence.
yes.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always stand for our rights. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always stand for our rights. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever.
So, should be organized by now. So, I thought TakeitBack action. It's true. So, my God, get number. Get my car.
Oh, can you get my?
Please get card for phone.
Okay.